a little hiccup before I come before I go live. If I ever do record that to make it easier, like more streamlined, I think I want to put that little hiccup in there. It's, it's something that I've grown quite accustomed to. Uh, so I'm not going to be live very long today. I just wanted to go live because this morning this this kind of crap happens all the time. I hate when they don't put up, like I went and put up the thumbnail and it's not showing the thumbnail. And that really bums me out because the thumbnail is pretty freaking relevant to what we've got going on here today. So let me see if I can get that fixed. I'll do it once over. Screw it. The rest of you will figure it out at some point. So, I'm having a couple issues. I'm not going to BS anybody, and I do what I can to not talk to you about my medical stuff because I just want something in my life that I don't share with the world. If that makes sense. My I don't know how long my brother's been doing this, but he's done it through. I mean, I don't think he's missed a day in 5 years or somewhere in there. So he's been he hasn't missed a day, rather. Like he films every single day, and we certainly try to go live twice a day here every day. You can count the number of times we've missed them on one hand, and it's just human frailty. So we missed this morning's show because I've just been putting a crap load on Heather because I'm just not. I'm just having problems. So this thing that they got anyway, when I came on here right after I went to the hospital, I came on and I said, so the diagnosis was my heart rate was this, and I don't remember what I was in there for, 4 or 5 days or something like that, 4 days. So when I got out and I did the first show, someone said, so you have AFib. And I said, no, it's pretty similar to AFib. But with atrial fibrillation, what happens is like the heart rate goes up, down, up, down. If you see it on a monitor, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. That's the waveform, right? Well, it should be the same height, basically, and the same distance. There should be uniformity, like beat, beat, beat. They should be going when that thing starts going haywire, nothing good is happening, right? And that is kind of what happens with AFib, is that when your heart goes out of rhythm, out of sinus rhythm, which for whatever reason is what they call normal. So when it's in sinus rhythm, when it goes out of sinus rhythm, then, and the distance between the waves, in other words, when it's not steady, you go into AFib. Atrial flutter, this thing's going to stay the exact same. It's just going to start going so freaking fast that it's just beyond control. I don't have a problem with the rhythm of my heart. I have a problem with controlling the speed of my heart. That's really how this is explained to me. It's not my problem right now. I swear to God, it's not. But I've gotten about, I don't know how many emails, man. I'd be lying because I didn't count them, but I got a crap load of emails from people who seem to think that I'm hiding a heart issue and that I need to be honest with the crew and whatever. I got a lot of those emails. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a lot of them. And then the fact that this morning's boat didn't go off on time probably made people nervous because I'm not here too. But take a deep breath, everybody. I love the lifeboat there, and I've done it times and times when I just shouldn't do it. Like I've done a lot of them that I was just sick as hell for. I remember one in particular that I did with Mark Wages where I don't know how high my fever was, but his was like 105. He had that 105.7, the FM fever that Mark always gets, really high fevers, like crazy high fevers. And the both of us went on. I was right before the show. I said, are we going to do this? Like, can't we just go on and tell everybody I feel like crap? And he's like, well, just go on and do the first 5 minutes. And I got on there, and you guys, there's live stuff is different than recording. You get pretty excited because you just start interacting with people that you care about, and the names start rolling up the screen, and you start, that has an effect and it keeps you in. But I'm really, I'm struggling with something right now, and I don't know what it is. Just keeping it real. I don't know what's going on now. Maybe because of all of the crap that's going on with my health. Maybe the meds, like they don't have them figured out yet. That's kind of where my head is that maybe this is just a bad medicine situation because it's very difficult to get out of my own way, if that makes any sense. But the purpose of today was not to do any of this. I wanted to come on and say we hit 6,000 subscribers at some point last night. When I went to bed, we were not at 6,000. I don't think we were at 6,000 anyway. Maybe I didn't check, but I don't know exactly when we did. I think it was last night. But we're at 6,000 subscribers, which is about 1,000 times bigger than what the goal was for this channel, which is really, really cool. It really is. But it's really just about us coming here and having meetings, right? Getting together and talking to one another and trying to do everything we can to keep each other sober. People have been worried that the bigger that it gets, the harder it's going to be to do that. The bigger it gets, the harder it's going to be for me to answer every one of your emails, right? That's getting to the point where it's going to be very, very difficult to do. I do have, the full-time job. God willing, like in my perfect world, I wouldn't, this is all I would do. I do enjoy this, believe it or not, more than the watch business. The watch business certainly pays a hell of a lot more, right? I mean, I consistently, the watch business pays enough to keep a house, a roof over your head. This is a way to help people get sober. 6,000 is huge, though. It really is. And, from Johnny Scoville to Mark Wages to Marfugal News and to growing up in Scientology, from space weather, Scientologists to preppers and pepperheads, right? I said pepper, chili heads. What a long, strange trip. Why, thank you, Alf. I appreciate you. So here's the deal. I'm going to try to make the Saturday night boat. I really feel like crap. I'm just being honest. I feel like crap. But I wanted to come on and tell everybody that we were at 6,000. And when the show didn't go up this morning, like I was dumb enough to have the tone thing on my phone not turned on, and I'm not kidding you, it sounded like a metronome for probably about 25 minutes. It just went tit, 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 one right after the other, until I finally crawled up and just said, I'm gonna throw that thing out, and turned it off. The boat's gonna be here at 12,000. It's gonna be here at 18,000. It is. It's going to be here at 25,000, and it's going to get to 100,000, and it's not going to be because of me. And it's not even really going to be because of all of you. It's going to be because of all of the yous that are going to keep coming and all of the me's that are going to keep coming. Because in 10 years, the lifeboat will be doing exactly what it's doing today. Now, there ain't a chance in hell I'm going to be the one sitting in this chair doing it. But I guarantee you that it is going to be going, because people have taken ownership of this, and there are people that really, really love this. And every day we get 30 or 40 more people that dig this, or at least give it a shot, right? That show up. So we're the boat will always be here. The captain will change. We'll stick different captains in, and I've said that since the very first day we started, right? But stop panicking and stop sending me really weird emails, people. I love you. Every last one of you. I love you. I'm not dying. This isn't some, I'm not being secretive while my life ends or any of that crap. SEI. Is that, I don't know that I've ever met you, SEI. Welcome to the lifeboat. So, yeah, and I'm not, truthfully, all right, just hands down, no lie, I'm not downplaying a medical condition. I have I have something that's making it very difficult to get out of bed. Makes me sweat really badly, and I don't seem to have a lot of energy. On the bright side, I'm dropping weight, which I was trying to do anyway, so that's a good thing. And to those of you who asked about the my intake of each medications that I take and all of that, come on, guys. If you're worried, say a prayer. If you're not somebody that says a prayer, send positive messages. And if neither of those things work, then just wait until I come back. But I love you. I do, every last one of you. And it's probably only about 50 or 60 of you that wrote me really weird emails. But I am promising you, I don't lie to you. I may keep my medical stuff out of here because I think that there's parts of a person's life that he ought to be able to keep to himself. That said, I have a cold. I have whatever. I pop on here and I tell you, I've done it since day one. I've really, we've been more open about this, I think, than most channels. I've filmed from my freaking hospital bed, I think, on more than one occasion now, right? I've always been very open about letting you into everything that goes on. I don't know what the hell is going on. If I could film it, if the doctor, if I knew what was going on, I'd tell you, right? I would. We'd do a show about it. But we hit 6,000 today. So if we could celebrate that 6,000 thing and, take care of one another. Tonight's going to be Friday night boat. And Heather's all right too. Both of us, unfortunately, have medical conditions under the best of times. And Heather has more than I do. Way more than I do. She's been doing a lot of heavy lifting, and I'll be really honest with you. I'm kind of happy she got a little bit of sleep. Maybe that's. I don't like when the boat doesn't go up, but I'm happy as hell that Heather got a little sleep because she would tell me she could do it even if she couldn't, because that's how. That's kind of how Heather is, and that's how Mark was. Just there's something about doing this show that makes you feel really guilty when you don't do this show. I mean, unlike a lot of the stuff out there, we're not here to entertain, and we're not. I mean, it's great if we're entertaining. If you guys find some stuff funny, our Saturday night stuff's just supposed to be about laughs, but we're not. We're not trying to sway you politically, right? We're not trying to make you laugh, and we're not trying to be entertaining. So we really, as far as genres go, I don't know what. Right? I think they categorize us as a people channel. Like the topic is people or whatever, but we're a people channel. And what we do is just really different. And it makes you feel really guilty when you don't do it, because I know that so many people, when you get emails from people that say, yesterday's show, if you didn't do the show, you did when you did it. So-and-so in the comment section said this. I had a drink in my hand when they said it, that kind of thing. I've got 100 of those emails. And I also could track the number of days. And there was one in particular, Mark Wages will never forget it, because the two of us just, it was a presidential speech, right? And it was a big one. I don't remember what it was about, but it was one of those speeches that everybody was waiting on. And we were in the back, like getting ready to go live. And Mark said, don't you think a bunch of people are going to be watching this president's thing? Does it even make sense? And I go, nah, it probably doesn't. To do this for 5 or 6 people. And I think both of us kind of wanted to watch the speech. So we canceled the second show of the day. And somebody on the boat, who's it's the solid crew member, but the person's substance of choice was alcohol. And they were at like 38 days, 48 days, something like that. They were over a month. And in that entire time, like, this is the longest they had been on a boat almost since the very first day, but they've been wasted the entire time. Right. They were never disrespectful. But they were very open about the fact that they came here, high, which is fine. But the following day I got the email that just said, just wanted to let you guys know I relapsed last night, and I'm sorry, but I'm dusting myself off. And oh man, the two of us, and I know, don't send me an email that says it's other people's sobriety. People, if you don't think we've thought of all of that, I know I can't get you sober, right? You got to get you sober. I know that there's nothing that I'm going to say here that is going to get anybody sober ever, right? There isn't. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person. If a person doesn't want to get sober, you can be Tony Robbins. That person is not going to get sober. They're just not ready yet. That was me, 30 freaking years. And I did whatever I had to do to get dope, right? That was me. And that's a lot of people. Yeah. This was supposed to be a 3-minute video. My God. Hey, my son. Spanky, how you doing? Virginia, good to see you. Jason Nordwall, Wendy, Zelensky, like the Auto Part King? Zelensky? Somebody give me that reference, please. Mind Games, good to see you. Charlie Murphy. Charlie's like, you can rely on Charlie like a Rolex. If I'm not mistaken, would that be Mojo from Serbia? Good to see you. Welcome to the Lifeboat. We're glad that you're here. Very, very cool. Keep it simple, says James Novak. And so you can't say, yeah, people, my brain is absolutely, literally fried. I'm not, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Doesn't matter who you are. But you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I promise you. When that person is really ready to get sober and that it's clicked, boom, that window is open. This is why we say things like, don't tell people you're 2 days sober. If you were sober 10 years and you had 3 beers and then decided you were never going to drink again, it's not a relapse, right? It isn't. It's a stumble. Don't start counting over, because throwing away those 10 years will change every aspect of your life. All of a sudden you're a failure. All of a sudden you're this. All of a sudden you're that. And you start piling crap onto yourself until you have to self-medicate to start feeling good again. When that window opens and you say, I'm getting sober, you can be serious about that and still have a relapse. And we've seen it on this boat, I don't know how many times. You could still be fighting for sobriety, doing everything right, and have a stumble and end up using. And you dust yourself off. You get up and you keep going, right? So this here, so that you guys have an opportunity to come together and do this. And we're at 6,000 subscribers today. And someday we're going to be at a lot more than that. And someday I'm going to be there with you guys, sitting in the comment section, right? Not saying a word, with my feet up, right? Petting the squirrel. With any luck, that's going to happen, you know, in the guilt complex. If you say relapse, yeah, I mean, I think there's something to that. It's a stumble. The reason is this: since the first jackwagon got sober, we started counting how many days we've been sober. And this is the big deal. People outside the sobriety world don't get this. It's a big deal because making it 24 hours is friggin' ridiculous. That first time when you go, oh my God, I went through 24 hours without heroin. Not because I was sick, not because I was incarcerated. There's heroin 4 doors down, and I'm not doing heroin. The first 24 hours that happens, it's such a big deal that you're going to count the next 24 hours that it happens. And we do that. And then we build it up in our head. And no matter how many times guys like me or people like you say, hey, who cares? You take it one day at a time. You're only 1 day sober, right? Truthfully, the only day that matters is today. The fact that you were, that you didn't use yesterday, how does that help? Really, honestly. So, right? You just got to make it through today. And you hear that. That's on bumper stickers, for God's sakes, right? But look, we're going to count days. There's no way not to. Everyone's always going to do it. But I really like, this was our friend from Ireland, that this isn't my thought originally, but when that window opens, man, when you first say, this is it, and I am going to get sober, like, this is it. I know it's not going to be easy, and there's going to be, and there's going to be struggles. I'm sorry. All right. I'm terribly sorry, people. I'm just time to time, right? I'm going to, so we're at 6,000. I love all of you, and I feel like hammered dog crap, and I'm probably not going to make tonight's show. I really hope I'm back on Sunday because I got a show that I do on Sunday that's different. That means a lot more to me, and I'm going to make that one if nothing else. So, we will see all of you on the boat. I'll at least be watching tonight, but I don't think I'm going to be able to come on, people. I really don't feel good, and it's just my heart's not wearing out. Right? Please, just don't. If you're worried, pray. But it isn't my heart, and I'm not dying, and I'm not about to have a heart attack or any of that crap. So please take my word on that. I'm Captain Tommy. Have a great day. We'll see you guys on the boat.